How are you?
I'm doing well tonight, Russ.
Good.
Getting through the week?
I am. Always like to check in with you. Now, last night you gave me one of these.
I did.
You were worried that I would cause mischief with it.
Now you noticed the other one's far away from you.
I noticed. And I was very good. I didn't do anything at all.
Nothing strange with the graphics last night, so I did notice you behaved, which I appreciate, Russ. It seems we have such short memories. It seems like just yesterday we had a drought, right? And now that we're pretty much out of that. And the wildfire smoke was one thing that we were dealing with as well. Well, they're back, Russ. Canadian wildfires are once again sending smoke into the U.S. This is a look at northern Minnesota by Duluth. There's an air quality alert issued until tomorrow morning. These smoky skies hung out over much of Duluth and Lake Superior today. And then the smoke in the air even created an eerie glow as the sun tried to peek through all that thick haze. These are from the same fires in Canada that we were dealing with last week. They look like they're still putting out a little bit less smoke, but still putting out smoke. And what brings that in here and in the U.S. is a north wind, and that's exactly what we're developing again. We had that system go by this morning, right, with that low pressure, and it's pulling that wind back down. So the smoke now in areas of Minnesota and Wisconsin. I mentioned this last night. I think we'll be dealing with it again, especially on Friday, and the smoke forecast continues to show that. So here we go. Tomorrow we'll have some around, but we're also going to have some thunderstorms around. So you might not notice as much tomorrow, but then Friday we clear things out. This isn't quite as thick, and it's not going to be as low level as it was when it got bad over a course of a week and a half ago, but we're still going to have it in our atmosphere. So what that means is the blue sky on Friday is not going to be there. It's going to be kind of milky white. Good news for your Father's Day weekend. Looks like the main plume, which again isn't as dense as last week, that'll pull out into areas of New England. So that will be back. We covered that. Blue skies going away for a little bit, but shouldn't be too bad. All right, tomorrow we've got some thunderstorms to plan out. So sun and increasing clouds in the morning. So we'll start nice. It'll be on the cool side. And notice the scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, evening, even the overnight. Tonight we've got a cool night out in front of us. Look at out in Portage County right now. Ravenna sitting at 50 degrees. We'll likely have some 40s within an hour out here. We'll have some other cool spots, traditionally colder valleys out in the country, dealing with temperatures that'll get down to the 40s tonight. We'll be in the 50s in the cities tonight. And these are not temperatures. These are dew points. This is how muggy it feels in the atmosphere. We still have very dry air, no humidity to be found across the Great Lakes. It has been a very humidity-free spring so far, and that trend continues. Radar's dry, but is it? What is this we're picking up? It is Mayfly season, folks. I've had a couple tweets come in over the last couple days of the first Mayfly, followed by many more to be coming in off the lake, most of them out over the lakeshore. But Mayflies, remember, are the bigger kind of midge and a healthy lake as well. But we've got a lot of rainfall that has fallen over the last couple days. I took this back to Sunday. This is who got rain and how much over the course of these last two rain events. Half an inch to an inch, not bad for our southern counties. This is where we're still going to need rain. We get the drought monitor out tomorrow. So I would imagine we're still going to be either in a slight drought or abnormally dry down in the south. But notice the corridor of rain, 2 to as much as 5 inches, stretching from the Mansfield area all the way up towards Ashtabula. Geauga County, the big winner out of that. We had rain that sat over the Solon and Geauga County area near Chagrin Falls up towards Russell Township last night, producing another 1 to 2 inches. Officially at our major hubs, Cleveland now has a surplus of 2 inches on the year. Remember, we were talking a deficit. Akron, not bad. I mean, this is right around average. Half an inch below average isn't bad. So we're sitting pretty in terms of our farm fields now and our groundwater tables. But we have more rain coming, so there's that. This system heading out, clear skies now. Again, big severe weather event tonight. This is day 2 for the south. This is where the jet stream is, which is typically up here producing severe weather this time of year. It's pushed way far to the south, so we're enjoying these cooler readings. And again, we've got this system coming out of the north that'll kickstart some storms. So your National Design Radar hour-by-hour forecast tomorrow. Cool start. We'll have nice sunshine to greet us tomorrow morning. Clouds will thicken up as we go throughout your lunchtime. I don't think we'll see any showers out in advance of this, but once we get beyond lunch, we'll keep our eyes out over Lake Erie as that frontal boundary approaches. And here you go. This is your latest model run saying right around that evening rush hour, perhaps some gusty storms developing out towards the west. Those will sink south. Damaging winds, I think, would be primary threat. I'm still seeing zero talk about severe weather out of this. I think we could have some potent storms tomorrow, so keep that in mind. Notice how this heads on out. We have some leftover showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder tomorrow night. And then Friday doesn't look bad. We'll start with clouds, some lingering rain, but then as we get into the afternoon, we'll start to clear things out pretty nicely. How much more rain are we talking? Well, rain with thunderstorms doesn't fall evenly, but we could be talking another half inch to inch depending on where you are. And I put this graphic in there twice. You don't need to see that. Where do we go from here? Cool sky or cool conditions across the area will stick with us in the extended forecast. All the heat continues out in the plains. This ridge will build into next week. but it still looks like we stay on the cooler side of things in terms of rainfall. We're going to dry things out nicely for your Father's Day weekend. You notice Saturday, Sunday we're dry, and then we bring in some kind of system from the south later next week with more of a summertime pattern with daily showers and thunderstorm possibilities in the afternoon. Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast. Father's Day weekend looks great. Juneteenth looks great as well with just an isolated storm chance, better chance Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday next week. Russ, we continue with a rather cool start or end to spring, start to summer as we get there.
There you go. And as you said, things kind of run together. We had midges, right? A few weeks ago. Now it's these mayflies.
It's always something off Lake Erie, Russ.
It's always something.
Always something.
All right, Matt. Thank you.